Oh, what? Having read that.
Okay. So, he's gonna mutter it in English as he's reading it. May Amut the Destroyer have their feeding... What was the last word? No, yeah, that was the last word. Have their feeding. Amut the Destroyer. Amut the Destroyer! We have to stop this ritual now.
Right now?
Right now, immediately.
Okay, boss, I gotcha. Do I see the lead person, this dark-skinned woman that has been harassing us?
You do see her, but she does not actually seem to be leading this specific ritual. There is a man in very heavy robes and indistinct chanting at this very moment, but obviously that's just due to acoustics and the warehouse being quite echoey is what's causing the distortion.
We only get one chance at this, so if they pick it up again after we stop them, we have to stop them once it's already, they're already using up their chance.
Do what you have to do, but they must be stopped. We cannot allow a servant of Amut to run free.
Okay, you are the expert here. When is the opportune time to ruin this? Because if we stop it too early, then they'll just do it again. We have to stop it as they've started burning their chance, their fuel.
Ideally, we would take their stuff for ourselves after they failed. But if all else, if we can't, then yeah, it would be near the middle to end of the ritual. That's when the fuel is burned, and just right after that, if you interrupt, then it's burned and gone.
Alright. What part are we at? I'm a bit of a novice at this. I can follow an instruction list, but people do things differently.
Can I get a general idea of where they are?
Intelligence plus occult?
Okay.
This is also something that Seth could hop in on, since he would be familiar with rites.
I will.
Is this similar question as before? Iremic religion?
That would apply, yes, in this case.
I think I've got that as well.
Yes, if you have...
3 successes.
Intelligence, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I did wits. I'll re-roll that.
I mean, what's your...
Watch me fail it.
To your wits?
1.
They seem to have just begun.
Okay, so it looks like they're just starting. So we have some time.
How much time?
We may have time to rush in, possibly grab their relics, and just stop them before they even use their fuel. Or we'll sit here for however long they take until I say, now!
Okay. How much time? I don't want to start running over there only to mess it up and then die to this mummy.
Storyteller, how much time?
Roughly, knowing what you do, a normal ritual is going to take roughly about 3 to 4 hours. However, as you read on the side of the sarcophagus, they have funeral techs, which cuts down their prep time of the things that they need to do by about half. So about...
We've hour and a half to 2 hours, tops.
Do we have time to get that in that time?
Yes. The distance between the Smithsonian and the yards is not that far. Especially,
Someone warm up the car. I'm not driving this time. I have to watch the terminal.
Well, we must leave very soon.
Then let's get walking.
are you guys walking
Car.
or
We're
driving?
not going to walk there in time.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I will not get there. I could, but I would rather not have to.
I mean, my eyes are not very good. I might not be able to drive very well. It's not my thing.
Seth, my boy, I need you to drive.
That's absolutely fine. Yes. I'm sure we won't encounter much in the way of resistance. This.
All right. What type of vehicle are you driving nowadays?
Seth or
Yes.
literally any of the others who might have a better car.
What car runs, Stellan? What car do you have gas for? Because there's not
I was gonna-
gas at the end of the
I
world.
was going to say, because Seth has probably got a Ford Escort. He's. Generic car number 3.
This drive is only going to take 9 minutes without traffic. So, I mean, even if it was a Ford Pinto, you'd be fine.
Alright.
With no
Yeah. So,
with no traffic on the road, as stated, you reach that warehouse 9-10 minutes tops. It's 3 miles.
let's drive.
As you reach the warehouse, it's at this point that you notice that, well, you don't notice, you all slightly begin to feel it. You can feel a surge of energy in the area. Specifically, though, Awat, you're a bit more sensitive to this energy.
I am this energy.
It is not It is not Sekhem.
Okay.
It feels somewhat loosely related to Sekhem. However, instead of bright and radiant and fiery, for a lack of a better terminology here, it is dark, slimy, almost as if oil is being slathered all over your body.
Feels gross. So they've gotten to the point of releasing a bit of tainted Sekhem. It's a nasty feeling stuff.
Well, let's stop them, shall we?
I mean, this is an opportunity to potentially relieve them of some relics as well, see what we can get while we're here.
So, what's the approach?
Can I see them from the outside? Like through the doorway?
Yes.
Okay. Violently, my friends? Shall I remove the ritual leader of his life?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the ones to. I don't want to be the devil's advocate here, but I don't want to stoop to their level.
How do you propose we stop them and walk in, throw a rock at them?
Are they straight in?
Yeah, it's It is a fairly empty warehouse. The big main loading doors are open. I mean, it is pretty much, if one wanted to, driving the car straight in is not a impossibility by any stretch of anyone's imagination.
I think disruption would hopefully be enough.
We can make it discreet and break
Oh.
up concentration.
I never said anything about being discreet. I was thinking of simply driving through a wall.
Okay.
I'm gonna tap the dashboard and...
And what happens when we drive through this doorway, interrupt them, and we get shot at?
To be honest, they're in a ritual. Hopefully we catch them off guard.
So you don't want to stoop to their level, but you want to drive into them.
I'm not saying we drive into them, I'm just saying we cause enough disruption to be
If they are truly
a hindrance.
then nothing short of direct physical confrontation will disrupt them. As we saw earlier, that woman is not in this ritual. We have to disrupt them, or she'll come disrupt us. I assume. She might not even be here at the moment.
He
But
was
that is
one of the
no-
people bowing.
Oh, sorry, never
Yeah.
mind. I just said none of that. It was the Matrix, the Exorcist. Tell you what, we'll see what happens if we disrupt them. I'll fly the drone into them.
Are you actually
Okay.
trying to hit somebody?
Yes, I'm gonna hit their lead guy in the face.
Give me a dexterity plus drive.
Does piloting specialty count?
Not in this case, no.
Yeah, it's not exactly.
Yeah. And
What's the damage modifier on a...
On a drone. I don't know.
we're just gonna. This is just gonna be 3 points of lethal damage straight to the face, which immediately does stop that slimy feeling.
Oh, okay.
However, a new sensation begins to creep up. It's the same slimy feeling. But I need everybody also to make a stamina check.
Ooh, that's not good. Old fart doesn't have a lot of stamina. Wow! 2 successes on 2 dice.
1.
All of you immediately become sick to your stomach. You don't vomit, you don't become nauseous. However, you all also break out into a cold sweat. Very similar. It's very similar to a feeling of right as your fever breaks. It's that same cold sweat. And this
Oh, go ahead.
this sensation, as to explain it better for Awat, since he's more attuned to it, the rotten second ebbs away, and then this new sensation flows in.
Okay. Can I recognize it?
To recognize this, No. I legitimately can't even think of a way to have you roll for this.
Okay, that's fair. There's something else here. We interrupted the ritual. The twisted sekhem is gone, but something else has replaced it. Does it feel worse?
It feels different is the only way you can describe it.
Different.
It is also at this time that obviously the cult is now looking around. Obviously a few of them are assisting their leader as they kind of look at this drone. The female that you're very aware of grabs it by one of its wings and then just proceeds to club it into the ground until it shatters.
Baby.
I am gonna roll a perception check as they are very clearly looking around.
It's like on the car at the most collapsible looking door. I don't know if they've got like a...
It is a warehouse, and you're in front of the big opening doors that open like this, and they're fully open. So I mean, you could stretch.
Oh, I'm just going straight in.
Okay.
I want to get out of the car.
Well, before you're able to step on it, they do not see you. So they are, as you barrel inwards.
I would also like to not be in the car.
This is why you don't drive.
As you two bail from the car, Seth, you're trying to drive it into a wall, right? Not into them.
My plan is to not be in the car either. So it's basically get up to speed and then just in the car just going. I've seen it in the movies, tuck and roll, tuck and roll, tuck and roll.
As you do so, I'm gonna need a dexterity plus athletics.
Oh. I might willpower this one. One success.
You are going to go at... I am still going to say you're going to take 3 points of bashing damage rather than it being lethal.
Yeah. Understandable.
A few of them are the leader and the dark-skinned woman are able to get out of the way. A few of the others are not so lucky as this car careens out of control into them. Obviously, they are now looking in the direction the car comes, and voices immediately start to ring out. It's those people over there. Get them.
Is there any relics nearby?
You bailed while you were inside the building, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna need a perception check, because there's obviously a bit of chaos going on right now.
Oh, do I will that? It seems like cards. Yeah, let's burn willpower. Oh. 2.
There is one that you can grab. However, there is going to be an exchange here. You can grab the relic. However, the one issue is it's going to initiate a chase. The reason why I state that this is a trade-off is very much Edmond.
All I need is a smoke break.
So do you grab it?
Yes, and...
Alright, so... Speeds its dice pools, people. Let's determine...
Oh...
I need to do something first.
You can sacrifice... They're not going to catch you this round. You are still outside of the building.
Can I want to get this to our what as well. The relic.
All right. You could probably reach them in a turn. So,
Okay.
but it's still going to be speed as a dice pool here
Yep.
for the beginning of this chase.
So, I'd like to activate distillation.
Cool.
So, what is my dice pool for smoking a pyro cigarette?
We had agreed it was going to be stamina plus either survival or athletics, I believe it was.
Go for the punch.
I will be, I guess I never really discussed which ones I would have had pre-made. So I'll just take this off my current cap. Pyros.
Okay.
But I'll be activating Drive On to ignore a physical tilt for a scene.
Okay.
So I can run.
All right. I need Awats.
Oh, yes.
I'm assuming you're going to run as well.
I would like to activate an ability before I run.
Oh, that's not correct. They do not have a speed of 1. They have a speed of 8. There we go. And what is that ability that Awat is activating?
I want to activate his psychokinesis of water. I want to make it slick as they're chasing us. I can manifest it with 5.
Manifest.
Yeah. Yeah. So the roll is spend a willpower point and resolve occult.
Okay.
So resolve occult, spend willpower. 1 success, so it has manifested, and I can manipulate it a bit. So yeah, I want to like make the ground slippery for them as I turn and run.
Okay. So, you of course probably wait till
Yes.
Seth gets past that area, so he catches up to both of you since you guys spent a turn doing something else. Seth, you had stated you wanted to pass that relic off to Awat, correct?
To Arwat as I get to go to the boat around the back where we saw the drone. There was only one boat, right?
Yes, there was only one boat that you saw on the drone.
Yeah.
To the boat? Okay. Why is there the boat as he turns around and starts heading that way?
Because what are we going to do? Swim?
Seth and Edmond, are you going to take off in a different direction, or are you also both heading towards the boat?
I'm gonna hold back. Make sure Edmund gets away first.
I'm gonna go to the boat because there's a good chance they didn't leave the keys in the boat. And I'm gonna need to turn it on.
All right. So, they are going to, of course, take a penalty here of 2 for the slipperiness.
I need to do my run. What's the chase roll again? Sorry.
You actually do not need to.
Oh.
Reasoning. They didn't see the handoff.
Ah.
They're coming straight after Seth. A few of them slip on the wet ground as they eventually, since you said that you were taking the turn to make sure Edmond got away, right?
Yes.
They catch up to you here.
That's okay. I fancy my chances. Bring it.
The woman walks over to you slowly. very carefully stepping. You can hear the splash
I'm
of the water underneath her boot.
I'm gonna put my hands behind my back. Empty hands behind my back.
She sighs and she speaks softly. You know you've officially signed your own death.
I did have a hunch, yes. I'm gonna start backing away, but the opposite way to the wall, to where they went to run to the boat.
As you start to back away, she of course matches you step for step.
Yeah.
And that's when you see her hand go down to her hip. She moves her leather jacket a little bit, and there's a 9mm in its holster, and she starts unbuckling the holster. She's still speaking. You know, I would ask for the relic back, but there's other ways to extract what we need. I could pull it from you as you die.
I'm aware of your threats. I've seen what you're capable of. And I'm going to tell you here and now, that is your only option.
She pulls out the pistol. She's not in any real hurry. She pulls out the magazine. She makes sure it's loaded properly. She puts it back in the gun. She cocks the gun. And that's when she finally moves her finger to the trigger and slowly begins to lower the gun as if she's going to shoot your leg.
How far am I from the waterfront at this point?
Now, please correct me here if I was wrong. I thought you said you were going in the opposite direction.
I was trying to go around the the other way.
Opposite side. Okay.
Yeah. I just want eyes on me. I don't want any of them to go around that side after those guys.
How fast have you realistically been backing up? Because this is a warehouse. It is of considerable size.
It's walking backwards slowly with my hands behind my back, so it's a little bit unsteady and as fast as you'd expect. So yeah, I'm not running or anything.
You've probably made it to the corner of the warehouse where you would have to turn and start heading back to be able to get to the waterfront, which would be at its rear.
Yeah, so if I turned down that length, I'd hit the waterfront, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You were very, very foolish to come here. With or without the necessary Sekhem.
You were very foolish to take the life of a friend who mattered a great deal to myself and my compatriots.
I was hoping that would distract you for long enough. Apparently, I miscalculated on that. No matter. As I was saying, she says with a little bit of venom dripping from her voice. With or without your life or the relic, he will arise. We wanted to have as much control over him as possible. You have stalled nothing. All you have given is the plague one more instrument to manifest.
So you plan to resurrect him with little control? I doubt that.
The cards are out of our hands at this moment. We were trying to have as much control as possible. You may have taken one relic. And at this point, she is going to make a called shot at your leg.
Oh, I thought so.
I don't suppose we can see what's happening.
He went the opposite direction.
Yeah, we don't know.
What I'm going to say is,
by the way.
maybe don't worry about me.
So, called shot leg. I believe that is a -2.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't get your defense to this roll.
And I am actually going to determinedly keep my hands behind my back this time, like crunching my hands together, like bracing for this. Of just going, don't reveal that you don't have it.
What is your stamina? I do want to know before I roll.
3.
3.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh.
You're gonna take 1 point of lethal damage as she shoots your leg. However, it's gonna be 2 points of damage. It's a light pistol.
Yeah, +1.
Yeah. So it's still not over your stamina, so you're not gonna take leg rack.
Now, supporting myself on the wall, keep backing up, keep backing up, keep backing up.
She shakes her head. I'm a little rusty with the pistol. I haven't used it very much. I am gonna cut over to the other two. You guys are going to obviously hear that gunshot ring out.
Have we made it to the boat beforehand?
You're not on the boat, but you're at the point where you could hop onto the boat from here.
Keep going.
Well, let's see if she starts. Onwards, get on. I'm on the boat.
Getting on the boat, yeah.
It's something I can start mundanely.
Go ahead and... Yeah, this is going to be probably intelligence plus drive as you...
Do I need to hotwire a boat?
What kind of boat is it?
It's a industrial type boat. It's meant to move cargo. It's relatively small. It's not one of those massive ones.
Just a tugboat.
Kind of. You're able to figure it out. It's not necessarily what you're used to, driving, being a pilot, but there's some controls that look familiar.
All right. How confident are you alone? I get you the other side of the river, drop you off there, then I make another distraction.
Anything that will keep them from summoning their servant of Amut and will assist us in summoning our arisen is a welcome tactic.
Okay, that didn't answer the question, but anyways, I hope you know the city layout because you're gonna have to find your own way back across the river.
I think I can find at least a landmark or two that'll get me in the general area.
This being said, with two bridges being within visible distance of this area.
He's an old man, you gotta make sure that these things.
He's been to ZC a long time ago.
But yeah, no, that's the plan. I'm gonna just ferry it to get to the other side of the river as quick as I can, drop him off, then go the opposite direction that he runs, and I'm gonna start hitting the horde.
Alright. Doesn't take you more than a couple of minutes to get across. Awat to disembark, and then for you to do what you need to do. As you start blaring the horn of the boat, we're going to switch back to Seth. How much health do you have, Seth, at this point?
I have all 3 of my right hand boxes, but I've got 2 lethal and 3 bashing. And
she is slowly catching up to you at this point. She has not changed her gait. However, your gait has changed.
I'm leaning against the wall for support.
As you continue to back up, she eventually places a hand on your shoulder and attempts to essentially restrain you. Are you going to try and pull away from her?
I am, yes. How far am I from the water's edge?
As your gait has kind of slowed down, you're maybe halfway. You are roughly maybe halfway, as stated. Seth.
Yep. Yeah, I'll try and break as she reaches. I want to try and
All right.
get away from that.
Let's see here. This is going to be a dexterity plus brawl, technically. I believe that's what touch is.
Oh, yes. Yes, -1. That's another willpower.
Well, no, this is against your defense. What is your defense?
Oh, defense is 3. Let me double check that.
Is that also...
Yeah, defense. Yeah.
Is that with your negative... Does the health box penalty count?
No, not yet. I've got one more. I've got all 3 are empty. So
Okay.
I've still got 3 health boxes, yeah.
Oh, sorry. You said you had what? 5?
3.
3 defense, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did it roll? There we go. No successes.
Oh.
You're able to twist away. And she sighs. All right then. You want to play this the hard way. It's at this point that the horn goes off. And as such, she's actually going to take a penalty here for this next shot.
Distraction!
We'll do a -3 here. As she attempts to shoot the same leg again.
Oh.
However, this is a -5. Because -2 for the leg, -3 for the horn. Another 2 lethal.
Oh, that's...
She succeeded on 1 die.
Wow.
I'm at -2. I'm at -2 now.
At this point, she of course pauses and starts trying to look around. And she kind of rolls her eyes and turns right back to Seth. Your friends stole the boat, didn't they?
Can I reach the waterfront?
Yeah, things are moving obviously pretty slowly, so unfortunately I can't say you have. She is gonna attempt to grab you again.
Okay.
You had 3 defense, you said?
Yep.
So you're at mine. So you have 1 defense.
Can I attempt to dodge with 2?
Yes, you can. 1 success.
What am I looking to beat? Looking to beat
1.
No.
You double your... Oh, yeah. Your defense was 1. You're right. Sorry.
Yeah.
She grabs a hold of you and quickly spins you.
Stole the boat. And your relic.
It's at this point she is actually going to initiate a grapple.
Yeah.
So, question.
Mm-hmm.
Has the boat come around the corner? Do I see any of this?
By this time, yeah, you would... The boat's not necessarily slow. By the means of the slowness that we're talking about the scene that's happening with Seth here.
Do I want to, party question here, do I want to spend more resources just to be annoying to this person?
Yes.
I mean, if I roll really good, I'd kill her. Okay, yeah, so I turn the corner and I see this, grapple on the side of the building here. With a looping Seth. Correct?
The grapple hasn't started yet, but
Okay, but I still see her, approaching him, trying to...
Yeah.
yeah, and you definitely see that he's limping worse than you.
Okay. Drain Pyros time. I'm activating another distillation here.
Smoke him if you got him.
That's the plan. So, here's the question. The dice pool is normally subtracted. Normally it subtracts the target's stamina. So what's their stamina?
Her stamina is 3.
Okay. But yeah, no, she takes a point of lethal damage then. As I attempt to...
How exactly does it manifest?
Well, normally it is simply pulling pyros directly out of the person. And so it most likely does a very similar, arcing of, thin strands of pyros from the corner of this building across the parking lot directly to Edmond.
She kind of adjusts herself as she feels the pain of it. But she's probably not as attuned to pyros as you are. So I'm not going to say she sees the little silvery lines. And she looks at Seth. Your life is just not worth it. And I'm gonna actually need one last roll from you. I'm gonna need a dexterity stealth as she begins to frisk you real quick. She starts trying to rifle through your pockets.
Do I willpower it, or actually, I don't know.
Probably a good idea.
What the hell? I'll take the dramatic failure. Shoot me.
No, she's not gonna shoot you.
She's
no.
stealing stuff from you.
She pulls out your archaeology book and quickly waves it in front of your face. This is some nice insurance now, isn't it? And she pushes you back and puts the book in her jacket. I'll be in touch real soon. You have just finished listening to this week's episode of Mummy the Curse 2nd Edition Final Hours, part of the Domain Gaming's Contagion Anthology, written and told by Wyverian. A special thanks to you, the listener. And if you wish to continue supporting us, subscribe, like, and share. As always, comments are welcome. Until the next chapter, don't stop asking yourself, in the fading memories of this dying world, can we discover a way to survive?